right. Thank you so much for joining the webinar today. This is 𝗟𝗘𝗧𝗦 from MassMailer. Good morning and good evening. Thank you again. Today I'm going to talk about a new feature that we added through which you can actually add more to addresses when you're sending out a mass email. It's called additional to address. So it's basically same thing as when you're sending out an email, say in Gmail or Yahoo or anything, Outlook, you can have multiple to recipients. As you may know, in MassMailer, it used to be just one to recipient, but you had a feature through which you could send BCC and CC to multiple recipients. But what we have done, we added a new feature through which you can actually do you can add additional to addresses. That's all what it means. And it's quite simple to do this. And why would people do this? Basically, you know, sometimes you may want to add multiple recipients when you're sending out an email, not necessarily in CC or BCC. They should be in the to field. And that basically means that it's more than one recipient. Obviously, when you're sending out or adding more recipients, you're still in the context of only one record though, meaning one primary two, if you want to call that as, and then rest of them could be additional two, right? And various approaches or various options here when you're trying to add additional to. It could be static email addresses where you can actually type in, or maybe predefined additional to. It could be dynamic additional to. So the three options that you would have when you're sending out this additional, adding the additional to. And how would you set this up? And again, I'm gonna show this to you, but at a high level, like under MassMailer setup, sender settings, there's something called additional to CC BCC settings, in which you could add those predefined email addresses. That's like if you needed to do that, that's where you set it up ahead of time. And in the outreach wizard, sender settings, you will see an option called additional to addresses, in which again there are three options. You can enter the email, meaning it's a static list that you're actually typing in, or you could select a predefined list, or it could be a dynamic field that you want to add. I know it may be a little confusing to see all these screens, but I think once I get into a quick demo, it would be all easy for you to understand. And so when you're sending out or when you're adding these additional two email addresses, make sure that you add them as comma separated emails. That's very important. And when it comes to setting up this default or seeded list of emails, that needs to be done by the MassMailer admin. These are the two things that you really want to remember. Okay, and now I'm gonna get to the actual demo here. So what I'll do, I'll go to MassMailer setup to show you where you can actually enter the default list of emails that you can select. So if you go to email settings, under sender settings, so CC BCC settings. Right now, you don't see additional two here. That's okay, but it's the same list of emails that we actually display even in additional two as well. So if you want to add like an additional two here, you could add an email here. I'm just saying, uh, you know, to email at yourcompany.com, something like that, right? So that could be like a seeded list, right? And the same list will be displayed when you're actually sending out an email. So now I'm actually going to go to the outreach wizard through contacts. So for example, go here and you want to send out an email, send me a mass mailer. And then I can go to the next step. I would just go select an existing template here. Okay, so this is where you can see additional two, and it looks similar to CC BCC, as you can see. So what you're going to do here, you have an option to select um, email and then enter email address. This could be a comma separated values. So I'm just gonna type in just to show you, um, you know, something like that, right? So that could be comma separated values that you're actually typing in. That's one option. Other option is you can actually select email addresses here. This is another option. And if you don't want to do this, the other option would be select two fields. So basically either you do this or this, one of these two options, or you can also do both. It's up to you. But again, depending on the use case scenario. So if you want to have additional two as a select field, you can have like an additional two here. Alternate email address could be additional two. And every email will have this alternate email as additional two, and that's how it works. It's very similar to CC BCC. There's no difference as such. I mean, even in CC, you would see the same thing. Enter email or select email option, and or you can also do like a CC field. So same thing with BCC as well. In additional to every single email in that list will have the same additional two. So basically, if you have static list, which means that every single email that has been sent to the recipient list in that list view will have the same list of additional two email addresses. And if you want this to be dynamic, then you would actually select the additional, like the select the field so that it's going to be dynamic for every recipient. That's pretty much it. I mean, very easy to understand and try it out. And this is available in the latest patch. I'm assuming that you're on 2.52. And if you're on 2.52, you would be already on the latest patch and it should be available. But if you're not on 2.52, you have to upgrade and you can reach out to upgrade your instance. Any questions? You can type in the chat window if you have any questions, please. Okay, seems like no questions. I know this is a very easy feature to understand. Once again, thank you so much for joining the webinar today. We would be scheduling another webinar sometime shortly. You will receive an email on the topic for the next webinar, and also you would receive the recording for this webinar as well. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Here is my contact information. And if you're new to MassMailer, feel free to give it a try. We have a free trial, and we can certainly help you with a trial and get you onboarded. Once again, thank you so much. Have a good day. Have a good evening. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you.